Good afternoon, divers. It is Kat here, and today we're going to be reviewing 20 different hand signals that you need to know if you're a diver. Now, our first hand signal, I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with, is the OK symbol. Now, we have 3 different OK symbols. The first one is going to be that hand signal right like this, and OK is a question and an answer. So if you turn to your buddy and you ask them if they're okay, the proper response is to give an okay right back to them. Our next hand signal is going to be made with our head, just like this. It's a little bit bigger, can be seen from a little bit of a further distance. Our next okay symbol is really big with both of our hands, and this one is very helpful if you are out boat diving. That way you can alert the boat that everybody is okay. All right, our second hand signal is going to be up. Up is that nice thumbs up. So if you aren't a diver yet, we're gonna break that thumbs up habit. Up now means that you really wanna go up. Okay means that you're okay. Thumbs up means you're ready to head up. If you turn to your dive buddy and they ask if you're okay and you give them a thumbs up, they're gonna think that you're ready to end your dive. So make sure we just remember that thumbs up is you're ready to go up. Our third hand signal is down. Just the opposite. When you're ready to start your dive or you're ready to descend a bit, we're just gonna give that thumbs down, and that's ready to go down. Now, our fourth hand signal is that something's wrong, you're not okay, just gonna be shaking your hand like this. Now, you can shake your hand and you can point to your ears, tell your buddy you're having trouble equalizing. You can say something's wrong with my mask, something's wrong with my stomach. Normally, you can shake something's wrong and then point to whatever the problem is. Okay, our fifth hand signal is going to be help. Now this one, if you're at the surface or you're underwater, you can just wave your arms right like this. Now, pretty good rule of thumb, if you're out boat diving, we don't want to be waving to our buddy who's on the boat like this, because the dive boat is gonna think something's wrong. So if you're looking at the boat, we're gonna give a nice okay, but if somebody really is in distress, that's when we're gonna be waving our hands around. Okay, our sixth hand signal is gonna be stop. And that one is just like this underwater. Maybe your buddy's doing something they shouldn't, or you're trying to go somewhere that you shouldn't, and someone might just give you that stop sign. All right, number 7 is gonna be slow down. Just like this. Tell your buddy to slow down. Maybe they're kicking a little bit too fast and you're having trouble kicking with the current. You're like, hey, buddy, slow down. All right, number 8 is gonna be to breathe. This breathe hand signal is really nice, especially when somebody's heart rate is getting a little bit high up. Just remind them to breathe, just like this. Hand signal number 9 is gonna be I am cold. And that's just gonna be shaking your arms right like this. That's gonna let your buddy know that you're cold. Because as soon as we get cold underwater, it is really hard, if not impossible, to warm back up again. So as soon as we get cold, that's kind of the end of our dive. So you can let your buddy know you're cold, just like that. All right, hand signal number 10 is going to be how much air do you have? And we're gonna ask that right like this, either with two fingers or 3 fingers right on the palm of your hand to ask your buddy. And hand signal number 11 is going to be counting. Now, some people count in different ways. The way that I like to count is only using one hand. And the reason that I do this is maybe we are descending down to a wreck and I need to hold on to that line with one hand, or my other hand is occupied using a light. So I'm always gonna count with one hand. The way that I'm gonna do that is starting upright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then as soon as I go to 6, I'm gonna go sideways like this. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. That's the way that I like to count. Okay, our 12th hand signal is going to be come here. And that's just gonna be motioning to your buddy to come over. Maybe they're getting a little bit too far away, or maybe you saw something cool and you want to show your buddy. So you're just going to tell them to come here. Our 13th hand signal is going to be buddy up. And that is just like this, 2 fingers together, just telling everybody to buddy up. Maybe it's going to be time to ascend soon, so you want to get to know where your buddy is. Or maybe you're getting a little bit too far away from your buddy, so we're just going to buddy up. Our 14th hand signal is an important one. It's going to be low on air. And we're going to take a fist, and it's just going to be against your chest right like this. Letting your buddy know, or whoever you're diving with, that you're starting to get low on air, and it's time to start ending that dive. Our 15th hand signal is going to be out of air. Now we're going to be practicing our real safe diving, so we're never going to run into this situation. But if we do, we need to know how to signal our buddy. That is going to be a nice shoulder to shoulder hand signal saying that you're out of air. Now you want to make sure it's shoulder to shoulder, not a little scratch on your neck, nothing that your buddy can mistake for something else. Nice and big out of air. Our 16th hand signal is going to be share air. And that's just going to be right like this, tapping on our regulator, saying we're going to share, just like that. Our 17th hand signal is going to be watch me. And that one, I'm going to point at my eyes and then point at me, just saying to watch me. This one can also be used if you see something cool in the water. You can say, hey, look over there. Look at this cool shark. Look at this cool lobster that I see. It can be used in a couple different situations. All right, our 18th hand signal is going to be boat. And that is just like this by cupping your hands. And this is a really nice signal. Maybe you're swimming along and you see the boat over there, or maybe you hear that buzzing noise of a boat passing overhead. So you can tell your buddy, oh, that noise, that's just a boat. Or you can say, okay, I'm ready to turn around and head back to the boat. Our 19th hand signal kind of brings us back to it, is going to be turn around, just like this. Maybe you're doing a shore dive and you're getting all the way to one end and it's time to head back. We're gonna say turn around, right like that. And our 20th hand signal, we made it to the end, so this is a fun one. We have our Shaka, just like this. I like to do that hang loose symbol whenever I see something cool, when somebody shows me a cool shell, or we just see an awesome animal like an octopus, then I just give them that hang loose symbol. Okay, have fun practicing your hand signals, and I hope to see you guys underwater.